sir.
What?
You on that call?
No.
I have no idea. Where are we supposed to respond? Oh, disregard.
Look,
What's...
I'll tell you, I called my landlord 3 minutes before all this happened. She was on her Bluetooth talking shit. I was walking with my kids around the block, and I walked past and I called my landlords, and I don't like the way this conversation's going. I'm going to let you know. Because if she continues this way, a fight's going to happen. I can want to show, I'm not going to lie. Whoever wants to watch this, look. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry.
Who are you talking about?
My landlord and the neighbor. I called my landlord immediately.
What's up, tribe? Today we're doing, I guess what you would call a reboot of the What Happens When Lesbians Witness the Horror Stories of What Feminists Put Men Through. Yeah, and in case you guys are wondering why we're doing this, is what you call reboots of it. Well, on my YouTube Studios app, I kind of pushed a wrong button where I accidentally deleted the original live footage. That was so my bad, so embarrassing to me. Wow, I cannot believe I did that. I really cannot believe I did that. Anyways, that's why we're doing this reboot for you guys, okay? So, bear with me on this, okay?
When I got the vibe, when we walked around the block.
Do you want to go to the hospital?
No, I don't. Cause she didn't hit me hard enough for me to want anything wrong. If you look at my call log, here's Thomas, my landlord. That's my landlord.
Okay, so
hold on. I called him at 8:38, and I called 911 right after.
Okay, that's nice. So what happened?
So we walked around the block with my kids.
Okay.
And I called Thomas. She's talking. I don't like the way she's talking about me or the kids. So you better call her and let her know before a fight happens.
What did she say?
All I know is I was on the Bluetooth and she's just talking. I'm come on, and I said come on, clapping. I did clap back. She was on the street. She's yelling at me. I did clap back, and I said come on, and I walked back to my backyard. Okay. And then I went in the house, and that's it. And then I said, she's over there on her phone in the driveway talking to whoever on the phone.
So this is all verbal.
And Becky,
there's
yes.
No physical assault.
And I said, come on, say it to my face. And that's when she threw the first punch. And I'm not a p***. You throw the first punch, I'm gonna fight myself back.
Did she hit you?
Yeah, she hit me. Look at my face, my throat, my neck. Look at me. She grabbed me all over while she's talking.
Where'd she hit you in the face?
Oh, my head. There's scratches everywhere. I'm not a. I know how to fight people.
Okay.
I have marks.
Okay.
And I did hit her. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how many
Where's
times.
the other female at?
She's right there watching. Look it. She enjoys it. We were right here in the between of our houses. And I don't know how many times I actually hit her.
What's going on?
Hi. So
What happened?
the neighbor and I have always had like some sort of altercation. When we first moved in October, she was like pissed about how we parked with like my fiance.
Do you mind if I address your medical issue before we get into the back and forth about?
She like came up and socked me.
I'm with the fire department. I'm a paramedic.
Do you need to be seen by medics?
I've never been punched in the face before.
If you want to go to the emergency room, then we should just go and we can get the story and the details about it afterward. But if you've never been punched in the face before, it looks like she hit you in the eye. It's probably going to get swollen. It's probably going to,
grab my hair.
get bruised.
I just got out of the car and she was like, if you want to talk. She like always calls me fat and stuff. And I was just going to my car. I got back.
Can you see okay? Yeah. Okay. So, did you lose consciousness?
She just knocked me to the ground so
But
fast.
you didn't black out.
No.
And nothing else is hurting, like neck pain,
No,
back
I was
pain,
just trying
and
to
things.
push her off of me. And
Okay,
like,
and it was just the one hit, right? To the face?
The face, and then she did this.
Okay. All right, well, is it something that you believe that you need to be seen in the emergency room for?
I was just really scared when I called. Like, nothing like this has ever happened to me before.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If anything changes, you can always call us back, or you can, find a ride or to the however you want to do it. Do you live here?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to, you can call us back later if you think that you need to go. But for now, I think that you're probably okay. And if you don't want to go, we're just going to have you sign something that says that we offer to take you, but you don't want to go right now. You can always call us back later. Okay. All right. And then we'll be done, and then you can explain the whole story to the officer here.
All right. So can you explain to me what happened from start to finish?
Yeah. So I got off work at 5. And I was out here watering my flowers. My girlfriend calls me. I'm like, she's on speakerphone. I'm just watering flowers, and she's like sitting over there. And she never says anything to me. She'll just like turn her seat and be like, shut the f up, you bitch. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Continue watering my flowers. So then I sit on our sofa. I'm talking to like my future mother-in-law, and she's like, those dirty like people living next door, because we feed like the stray cats. So she always likes to call us dirty. I'm like, whatever, I'm letting it go. So then I get in my car.
Now, what you just described, madam, is what we call reputation destruction. That's what we call it. Is where the woman basically refuses to attack you, doesn't want to attack you physically because, hey, there's no guarantee of victory there. So she'll target your reputation instead and just go out of her life saying, spread a bunch of hurtful rumors about you, etc., etc. You name it. There's been lots of men who have been victims of that.
To go to the gas station just because I'm so annoyed. I'm like, I just want to like unwind. And I like went to go get some drinks, and then they're like walking this way down the alley, and I'm like getting ready to pull out, so I sit and wait, and they cross like the back alley towards their yard, and I pull over, and she starts yelling stuff, and I'm just like, if you have something to say to me, just say it to my face. Like, her chair is always turned and she's talking about me. Like, she just constantly insults me, and I know that doesn't constitute for harassment because she's not coming directly towards me, but it's annoying. So I go to the gas station, I come home, and she comes from this side, and she's like, once again, if you want to talk, like, talk to my face. I was like, same to you. If you want to talk, just say it to me. And then she just clocks me in the face, and I'm like trying to push her off and stuff, and she's like trying to clock me, so I'm trying to get her off of me. And then she like has me against the garage door. And then after that, like somehow I ended up on the ground, and she's like on top of me, and I'm like trying to cover my head, you know, and she's like still punching me. And then she tried to put me in like a freaking arm bar. So I'm just trying to get my arm out. And I'm like, what the f is going on? Like,
Okay.
it was just insane.
Now, what you described there, madam, is another horror story that feminists, like that neighbor of yours, have put men through, where they believe that they can treat men in any way they like, or shall I say, they go around purposely and intentionally trying to provoke a fight out of you, because, hey, they're 100% banking that you're not going to strike back. But when you do fight back, that's when they flip out like lunatics. They really do. Men go through that multiple times. We have. The only difference is here is that you're technically a fellow woman, so the feminist in question won't be able to bank on the idea that the only thing people are going to see is you hit a woman. That's the only real drawback there. But yeah, men go for the exact same thing. Where feminists constantly trying to pick fights with us, and like, hey, they 100% bank on the idea that we won't fight back. Well, hate to break it to any feminists that are out there, but those days are over. They really are.
And like I said, like our landlord has known.
How long has this been going on?
Since we moved in.
How long has it been?
Since October.
Okay.
And it's just been constant.
Is it just you and her that, or is it just her that has an issue?
The husband is very nice.
Okay.
But I think she's like mean to the husband too, because, you know, we hear them. Our houses are in close proximity.
Okay.
And she just like, she goes insane. And like she's doing right now. She's trying to turn around and yell. And it's just...
Okay.
I'm just sitting on my porch. I'm not watching her. I like my flowers. I take care, like my fiance and I take care of our yard. We bought a sectional to enjoy. And she like constitutes that for like, sorry, I'm so upset.
That's all right.
For like doing actions like this. And it's so absurd because I've never encountered like someone of this caliber.
Right. Okay. Do you want to press charges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's like, I would never want to do this to someone. But it's like, I just lost my dad. I'm just trying to we're just trying to live our life. Like, I'm in school.
Okay.
We just sit out here and she just yells and yells and yells. And now it's gotten to the point where she's physical.
Okay.
Even the other day, her husband had a black eye, and I told my fiance Angelo, I was like, he has a black eye. Like, what is going on? And Angelo said, like, oh, he probably got it from work because he's a mechanic. And then he came over because I gave them a basil plant. And Angelo was like, that's not a black eye. Someone punched him in the face. And I'm like, the only place he goes is like, it seems like work and home. He's like not a bar person that's coming home at 2 a.m. And she's just scared.
Well, these are two horror stories you just described, madam, that feminists put men through on a regular basis. They really are. The first one is that, like, hey, if a man's in a vulnerable state, like if he lost a relative or something, instead of expressing remorse or sympathy, feminists will use that as a weapon to just flat out hurt you. Any vulnerability a man demonstrates, feminists will use that as a weapon. Either guilt trip them, shame them, or use it as a weapon to hurt you. As for the husband thing, where like, hey, he's come back with a black eye, well, that's part of another horror story that feminists put men through on a regular basis. Where like, hey, it's bad enough that like, hey, that men don't really get any so much as a thank you for giving women literally everything. Like literally, house, buildings, roads, toilets, you name it. It's just never enough. It really is not. But what's even worse is that so many women, not all, but a lot of them, as a direct result of the feminist movement, like that feminist that you are speaking to, madam, they just have no real self-awareness. That the only real reason why you get to act like this is because men did give you everything. They have no self-awareness of how much they actually do need men. They really don't. They keep wanting to say that, hey, you're strong, independent women who don't need men. But let's face it, if the entire male population went on strike for a day, feminists like this woman's neighbor would die. That is not me being sexist. That is me just pointing out the reality that, hey, if the entire male population went on strike for a day, we would be spending the next 3 decades cleaning up the mess. And guess who is going to be held accountable and be made fully responsible for cleaning that mess up? You guessed it. It's the women who participate in the feminist movement who created the mess. Because no one wants to clean up a mess that they had no involvement in. Am I right? I'm right.
And that's why when all this happened, I got her off of me because he started yelling.
Did you hit her back at all? So she hit you first, right?
Yeah, I was just trying to get her off of me.
Okay, and this all happened. So you explain it. So you got out of your car.
So back there's my car.
So you got out of your car, and where was she at?
She comes from over
up here,
and she's like, if you want to talk, and I'm just like, I'm not talking, but say it to my face. And then she just clocked me.
Okay.
Like it was insane.
Yeah. How many times do you think she hit you? Looks like did she scratch you in the face?
She was scratching me. She was hitting me. She punched me in the lip. She was on top of me and just wailing on my head. And I was just like this, trying to cover myself.
Okay. All right.
And I just like, I mean, the landlord's wrong.
Are you willing to fill out a statement for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do not have a camera. She was just hitting
Okay.
my
I would
car.
recommend getting cameras.
I know.
If you're going to stay here, honestly,
it's insane.
I would talk to your landlord about trying to get out of your lease.
And he said to my fiance that he's not going to re-sign their lease.
Good.
But it's like, if it's getting to the point where like
If you got
us sitting on the porch is harassment.
Yeah. What's your phone number? All right, just get. Yeah. So I'll take her. If you just want to go inside for a minute, we'll come back out, and I'll get a statement and another form that you're going to have to fill out as well. Okay.
We were right here in the between of our houses.
Okay,
And I don't know how many
real
times
quick,
I
do
actually...
you want to... Okay, hold on.
No, I don't want to press charges. I don't like her.
Okay.
I don't want her talking...
That's not the question I have for you.
I don't.
Because they're busy. Do you need them for anything?
No,
Do you want to be checked out? Do you want to?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't have a concussion. I'm off leave. I called 911 solely for the fact because I know that I called my landlord and a fight ensued and I wanted a cop here. I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt.
Okay,
not,
relax. I just have a few questions to ask you, okay?
Yes, I called 911. Yes,
not for medical.
No, I'm okay. She wanted the paramedic. She obviously, after a couple, I must have heard her. I don't even think I connected.
Okay.
She supposedly has cameras. You can watch them.
Okay.
My
All right,
children were right there. Hang on. My kids were right there.
Okay, all right, hold on. Step over here.
No.
And now we're witnessing, I would say that we and the lesbian couple are witnessing another horror story that feminists put men through. You know that concept or that slogan of happy wife, happy life? I got news for you. That slogan exists not because it's true, but because very often, not all the time, but the majority of times, as a direct result of the feminist movement, when the wife, like this feminist here, is not happy, it means trouble for the man and his family. Very often, it's going to be abusive trouble. It really will be. And one of the biggest reasons why that is because, hey, when the woman has reached point, when this feminist reaches point where she wants to get married, the motivation behind it is, hey, all of her other scapegoats are gone. They opted out of the building. And that leaves the husband, the man who's still speaking to her, as well as the kids she has with him, as the only scapegoat she can utilize in her life. Yeah, that's really what it is.
No,
Relax.
I'm pissed.
I understand that, but you got to relax, okay?
No.
We're trying to figure everything out. Do you have an ID on you?
I have my passport.
What's your name?
Ashley, this is my house. Like I said,
Who's the gentleman, or do you live in the back?
This is my husband. Right. This is the one giant house.
Gotcha.
It's one big house.
Okay.
And it's my husband, and like I said, I called my landlord when I heard her shout from the road and said, a fight's gonna happen, you need to
So
take control
has this
of this.
been like you've never gotten along with her?
No, I have not gotten along with her since the day she moved in that home.
How long's that been?
I don't even know.
Like just estimate, a year, 2 years, 5 years?
September.
September, okay. So you don't remember she was just talking, you don't remember what she was saying?
No, I'm not. Like I said, we were coming up the back alley, and I said, watch out. I heard her car, so I said, watch out. The neighbor's leaving. We don't want to get her in her way. And she's talking on the Bluetooth, and by the time of the road, like I said, I'm not. I had a drink tonight. I said, go ahead. Talk it, say it again. Say it again. I clapped for her. I'm not going to lie. I literally said, say it again. Clap. She said it again, walked inside, and I called my landlord.
Okay.
Not even joking. And that was the call. And then after that, she got home, and my kids said, Mom, she's home. And she's in the backyard with her, quote-unquote, Aunt Becky or whoever she was speaking to on the phone, talking. I said, say it to my face. And then she swung. So then when she swung, I took it on. I'm a little girl. I'm going to swing, too. I'm going to defend myself.
Okay.
I'm going to be on. I defend. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't even hit her. Obviously, because she's still talking and she's still looking over here. She's looking over here obsessed with me.
Okay. And you don't want to.
And this is another horror story we're witnessing that feminists put men through on a regular basis. Which is like, hey, well, she's obsessed with me or he's obsessed with me. Yeah, the reason why for that is because from the feminists like this one are taught at a very young age that the entire world 100% revolves around her or just women in general. Mostly because from their viewpoint, it does. Because let's face it, a lot of times because of some culture, even if we disrespect the behavior, if we don't like the behavior, we will still give them the attention they crave. However, what works for me is that works for me on a regular basis is instead of simping to this, I just very bluntly call out the behavior in whatever way I seem safe. I feel safe for me to do so. And then I walk away where I don't look at them, I don't speak to them, I don't acknowledge them. I just make it perfectly clear to them, like, hey, I got what I want to say out of my system. I'm good. I've officially lost interest in you. I really have. After all, from my experience with all this feminist stuff, why bother getting into a contest of fisticuffs with a feminist when all you really need to do to make them go completely berserk and cause them to lose literally everything of value in their entire lives is just bluntly call them out and walk away. Yeah, call them out and completely disengage. That's all you have to do.
No, I don't give a shit. She's gonna press charges because she's probably a bitch, but I don't want to press charges.
Relax.
I don't want to press
work
charges.
it out. So if you don't want to press charges, and how are we going to work this out tonight where you guys aren't going to get in another altercation?
If she presses charges, am I going to jail? Then
I have no idea. I don't know what she's saying.
If that's the case, though, then I'm going to press charges.
Okay, relax.
Then I'm not going to be the one going to jail. Because I have kids, and I'm not the one at fault here.
That officer talking to her, I have no idea what her story is. You ever hear the saying that there's three sides to every story?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I definitely understand that.
Right. So
and
I don't.
have, like I said, I have my kids in there who are standing right there in the driveway watching it all happen.
Okay.
I have my kids standing there in the driveway watching it all happen.
Okay.
And that's when I said, after I got her pinned down to the ground, I stood up as she's trying to even get off the ground. I got to the house and called the cops.
Okay. All right.
So wait. Didn't she once first said that she never made contact, and now she's saying she had her pinned to the ground? Yeah, this is another very common horror story that feminists put men through on a regular basis that this lesbian couple is now witnessing. Which is, hey, the women who participate in the feminist movement, they lie a lot. They lie so much to the point where it's literally impossible for them to keep track of their lies. It really is. And you can tell by that how she literally contradicts herself in her own lies. You can really see that.
My kids are standing there screaming, Mom, Mom, Mom. And I just got up, and left.
Okay.
Left the situation.
Okay.
I had a lot more.
I get it. Let's see what this officer has to say over here, and we'll go from there, okay? I'm just worried about when we leave.
What about my kids? I don't like this broad. I don't interact with her. I do everything I can to not. I don't even sit on my front porch because I don't like her.
Okay.
She put these things up and she won't close them.
Okay.
I don't like her.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't.
I've made it known. My family does not. We don't. My family does not associate over there. We do not. We don't.
If I had any advice,
had I not heard it happening, it would not happen.
Okay.
I've been hanging out in the backyard since they moved in here.
If I have any advice to you, I would get a protection order against her.
I'm going to. And
I would go to the county and I'd get a
I just told my landlord, this is not safe. This is not happening.
Okay.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I would contact the county and I would get a no contact order against her. That would be my best advice. But
like you said, my kids were right there watching it.
Okay. What time did this all start? You said
by 8:38, I called my landlord.
Okay, so 8:38. So around, we'll say 8:35, 8:30.
About 8:36, 8:37. Yeah, right. Moments.
We'll
prior.
say 8:30.
Moments prior to me getting to my front porch after the altercation, while she's in the street and I'm in my yard, I called my landlord.
Okay, so you guys were walking.
And he said, "I'm on a roof. I'm dirty."
So
and I said,
when she hit, how many times did she hit you?
I don't know. Maybe
estimated. Twice, three.
She pulled my hair. She scratched my face. She pulled my hair a couple more times. Probably 5 times.
And how many times did you hit her?
Did I hit her? Probably 5 or 6. Okay. I punched her square in the face a couple times. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I know how to fight.
Okay. And then you said you took her to the ground?
I took her to the ground. I tackled her down, got her down, pushed her down to the ground, and I put my leg around her neck and to her, and whatever her name, what's your address? And once I got her down and she wasn't moving, I stood up, literally stood up, walked to my front door and called you guys.
Okay.
Not even good. She's on the phone with somebody as this is all going on, as she's punching me and
Now, look how she just keeps constantly talking. Yeah. this is another horror story that feminists put men through on a regular basis that this lesbian is now witnessing. Which is like, hey, whenever a guy says something to a woman, not a woman, but a majority of women, as a direct result of the feminist movement, like this feminist right here, if we say anything that they don't like, the reaction is to just have a temper tantrum that will be constantly ongoing and constantly escalating until she gets what she wants, even when there's no real way to give it to her. And let's be honest with you, even if we do give her what she wants, that may neutralize the temper tantrum right then and there, but in reality, it's only a very temporary solution, because the moment another thing happens that she dislikes, she'll just have an even bigger temper tantrum. That'll be worse than before. And that's because, hey, she's learned at a very young age that all she needs to do to get what she wants is throw a big enough temper tantrum. Because that's literally what the feminist movement teaches women at a very young age. All woman needs to do to get what she wants is throw a big enough temper tantrum about it. Even when you're a full-grown adult in the eyes of the state. That's literally what it is, as you can clearly see here.
In my face, and my kids are in the driveway watching it happen, but she thinks she's on the phone.
How old are your kids?
7 and 4.
7 and 4, okay.
Yeah, my son was right there watching it all happen. He's watched all these altercations with this broad happen.
Just come over here. Come over here.
I don't like this.
I understand that. Just
I don't
relax.
know. This girl has
Relax.
been nothing but issues since the day
I get it.
I've lived here for 6 years, sir.
Right.
I had an old lady she just moved out last summer. That's been my neighbor. This broad has moved in, has caused nothing but problems. Sits there on her front porch like she's something and talks about my family in front of me.
Okay.
And this was the first time I've actually called my landlord on it. I'm done with it.
Does he own the same?
Yeah, he owns both properties.
Okay.
She acts like she's something and she ain't nothing.
Okay, all right, just listen. Relax, okay? We're going to take care of it.
I'm over it now.
I understand that, but...
because I hit her.
No, no one said that, okay?
No, it is, because he's going to press charge because he's a bitch, and I know how the world goes. Okay. Sir, I went to school for criminal justice, and all it is her word against mine, and I'm going to jail.
It's not true.
That's it. It is.
That's not true at all.
No, that is.
No.
That's it. I mean, she's going to say, I hit her, and yeah. And I'm being honest, I hit her.
Okay.
I'm defending myself in my property. You look at, I'm on my yard.
Okay. And you said that
And she's talking. You want to watch my camera? She's in the yard.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you have
She's
camera.
in the street talking.
You said today she was in the street talking?
That's right, moments prior.
Okay.
Moments prior to it. She's in, like I said, come on, say it to my face. I did it on purpose. I clapped.
Oh.
She was in the street and she's talking. I said, come on, say it to my face.
Okay.
And she pulled off. She pulled in the backyard and I said, and my son said, Mom, she's here. And she's out there talking. And I said, all right. I said, say it again. Say it to my face. All right. And she tried to swing. Before she swung, I swung on her.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not afraid.
So you said she pulled your hair multiple times, scratched your face.
Multiple times, raked my face, almost pulled my earring out. My son was right there. Yeah. My sternum was crushed. I had an asthma attack as soon as her knee was in my sternum. It triggered an asthma attack.
When you were on the ground?
Yeah,
or?
she had her knee on my sternum for a second, triggered an asthma attack.
How did she get you to the ground?
Well, she knocked me down while she's pulling my hair. Watch her little cameras.
You have this all on camera?
She's got camera. Watch her. Watch her little camera. She wants to make a point. They're on my house. They're at my house. She should have it where she attacked me at my house. Yeah, she put her knee on my sternum. I had an asthma attack, and then I called you.
Okay.
My inhaler's right in there.
Okay. We'll see what's going on over there. I've met you before somewhere.
Yeah, when I got beat up by my husband.
5929.
Last summer.
No, that wasn't it.
No.
I don't think that was it. I think I was going to write you a parking citation out here or something like that, and then you moved and then you ended up coming out moving your car or something like that? No?
No. My car's always been parked back there. The only thing would be, over there in Korea with
It wasn't me. I don't remember that. Maybe it was.
Right over there by the fairgrounds.
Okay.
But not me. I don't get in trouble. It's too expensive to get in trouble. I'm too old to get in trouble. I've been living here And
Oh, that's it. What's your date of birth?
You know, you guys came here last time. I was getting beat up by the house. That's good. Am I going to jail? What's up? My children?
Hold on.
John! John! No, this is not. No, sir.
Relax.
John!
Chill.
And here come the tears. Yep, right at you, here come the tears. The moment she's held accountable, boop, there go the tears. But regardless, this is another horror story that feminists put men through on a regular basis that, unfortunately, this young lesbian is witnessing. Yeah, which is also the exact reason why a lot of men, including myself, decided to become a passport bro and get myself away from overseas. Which is, hey, what a lot of women here in the West, not all, but a majority of them, as the directors of the feminist movement, are asking from men, is just stuff that's impossible for anyone to give you. Like, you want us to respect you as a strong and independent woman who don't need no man. Oh, but at the same time, but you also don't want us holding you accountable when you treat someone in an inappropriate way. Yeah. Okay, how? Like, how do you expect us to do that? Oh, and let's see. Another way is that, hey, you want men to be protectors and providers, but you don't want men to lead. How? How can a man be a protector and a provider for you, ladies, if he's not allowed to lead? How is that possible?
Stop.
Get her I have cameras too.
Calm down. Just relax.
John!
Relax.
John! 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 No, sir, that I'm not.
Okay, before I end this, I always point out that this is also another horror story that feminists put men through on a regular basis. The final one that apparently this lesbian is witnessing, which is, you want men to be at your every beck and call. But we're not allowed to ask for anything in return. If we do, we get shamed. Yeah, that's what it is. A good example of this is one of my examples where, like, hey, I had a woman before I became passport bro, before I met Kharlene, when I was still trying to navigate local Western dating. I met a woman who made all these standards for me of what she looks for a possible husband. Like, she has this enormously large list that she presented. And when I asked, okay, and what exactly do I get out of this? She recoiled, as if I insulted her somehow. Well, I hate to break this to you ladies, but slavery was outlawed in this country a long time ago. Also, do I acknowledge that, like, hey, slavery is a horrific and appalling practice and was outlawed for a reason? Of course I do. Who doesn't? But I also acknowledge that according to historical records, like history books, the men who promoted that horrific and appalling practice were being honest about it and honest about their intentions. I cannot find a single chapter in world history of any man trying to disguise promoting slavery as dating or a marriage contract they have zero to no intentions on ever truly committing to. I really have not found any historical records of that at all. Now, if you look at the current divorce rate, you'll find that there are plenty of records of women doing that here in the West. Not all, but a lot of them.